What's up YouTube, it's me Jess and I'm an opera singer. Today's sponsored video is going to be a performance analysis on Amber Mark singing Worth It from her Tiny Desk concert. Let's go.
Easier said than done, trying to be the one. It's so hard to not be hard on yourself. And how do they all believe I cannot even see the belief that I had way back when? I know that you get so used to it, always living in regret. Your dreams never left your head, but when you talk to me, I can see the light shining so bright that it is blinding. Just let it out.
Nice. Okay, let's pause here. I did one video already on Amber Mark. I will link it here, I believe. So it's nice to see a second video, and I already hear some improvements, which is amazing. First off, I've got to give a lot of recognition to the songwriter. If it's Amber Mark or if it was a group of people, amazing job on the melody. So the lyrics read, "Easier said than done, trying to be the one. It's so hard not to be hard on yourself. How do they all believe? I cannot even see the belief that I had way back when." Very deep lyrics, and maybe it's coming from a personal place, I'm not sure. But the melodic line as well as the lyricism is really refreshing. I loved the dips within the melodic line that went back up to a higher jump towards the end of the melodic line, and then I loved the switch up. We got a little bit of a quicker pace within the rhythm, which is just a nice quick change, giving some sort of variety to lead up to what may be, I'm not sure, I've never heard this before, but what may be the chorus. So I'm curious to hear how this is going to transition and lead us into the next part.
And oh, I know you feel it, that automatic, a shiver in your spine. And darkness, you have seen it, heavy on the heart, look to the light. You are so damn worth it, baby.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby.
Nice.
You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby.
Nice. Okay, one huge shout out to the musicians in the background multitasking. I don't know about y'all, but playing an instrument and singing at the same time, and they're singing some harmonies, not that easy. It's just such a subtle touch with the backgrounds playing. It's not overpowering, but it just lends to this very chill, calm vibe that Tiny Desk home concerts have. There was a cool moment, so I let me look at the lyrics, where she was talking about it's worth it, but you are so damn worth it. When I first heard this, I believe it was the first time, there was a nice pause. There really wasn't anything sung for, I think, a couple of bars.
Oh, open up the ceiling. You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby. Oh, you think you don't deserve it.
Then to have that little pause for you to really absorb just the power within those lyrics, I think was genius. It just let me sit there for a second and say, you know, I've been through a lot, but dang, you know, I am worth it. So I loved that touch. And I believe that touch was added every time she's saying worth it. Second thing I want to say is I mentioned earlier that I already heard some improvement from the first video that I saw. The improvement I was thinking about was how easily accessible the higher notes within this song are for her in this performance. Now this song doesn't by any means, reach a super high register. But the higher notes within the melodic line, she's approaching them very, very beautifully. Nice, easy, connected flow up into that high note. I always like to remind myself when learning a new song that the highest note of the song, or even within the phrase, is not always the most important note, and to treat it as if it's part of an entire sentence. Just like easier said than done, trying to be the one. I don't remember what the melodic line was like, but if there was one of those words had the highest of the note, that doesn't necessarily mean that that word is the most important. Maybe that's just the way the melodic line was written, but to try and understand it, let's say grammatically, to see where the shape of the line is supposed to go. Well, when she goes to approach those higher notes within the melodic line, I find that she's approaching them on such a more easier scale.
We've all got that feeling. I can see you hurting. You don't think you deserve it. But baby, you are worth it. Just open up the ceiling and come on, let the love in. 'Cause baby, you are worth it.
Nice.
We've all got that feeling. I can see you hurting. You don't think you deserve it. But baby, you are worth it. Just open up the ceiling. Come on, let the love in. 'Cause baby, you are worth it. Oh, I know you feel it. And that automatic shiver in your spine. The darkness, you have seen it. Heavy on the high. Look to the light, yeah. And release the feeling. It'll send you out to space. Nothing like your happiness. And open up the ceiling. You think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby. Oh, you think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it, baby.
Go, girl.
Oh, you think you don't deserve it, but you are so damn worth it. We've all got that feeling, and I can see you hurting. You don't think you deserve it,
Nice.
baby, you are worth it. Just open up the ceiling, come on, let the love in. 'Cause baby, you are worth it. Thank you guys so much once again. Thank you to Tiny.
This whole song is such a vibe. I really, really love just the rhythmic patterns within this song on top of the melodic writing it's just a beautiful, like, uplifting vibe. There was a moment, I don't know, I can't see, like, the way the camera is panning on the music video, I can't see all of the instrumentalists, so I don't know who did this, but there's a moment where she's saying, open up the ceiling, I believe. Hold on, let me get the lyrics right. Yes, just open up the ceiling. There was a moment, she said this maybe 10, 15 times by now in the song, but there was one moment where there's like a flute-like instrument. Again, I can't see who did it.
Release the feeling. It'll send you out to space. Nothing like your happiness. And open up the ceiling. You think you don't deserve.
But that was such a nice touch. The little riffs or runs in the middle and the ends of her phrases are so clean, which is really, really nice to hear. That takes a lot of precision, and just, if that doesn't come naturally, really hearing every note within the run or the riff. That's just basic. You got to hear every note. And then to nail it pitch by pitch, and then to add the speed and the accuracy is nice. Also, I wasn't guessing any of the words that she was saying. Granted, a lot of the words were repeated, but that also showed the amount of dedication that she was putting within the text, because it can be pretty easy to get lazy when you repeat the same text over and over and over. Okay, so let's talk about the very beginning of this melody and then the natural progression of the song. So the very first part of the melody, when she sang, she had these beautiful, rich, lower deep notes that were written within the melody. The melody goes, hold on, let me look at the lyrics, is easier said than done, trying to be the one. So it starts on a C. I believe we're in A flat major. Easier said than done. She finishes that part on the A flat. Then she goes back up to the C, trying to be the one. That last note, one, is just a whole step higher than the word done. What I absolutely love about this melodic writing, I'm a little bit biased, is the idea of the sixth scale degree. In A flat major, the sixth scale degree is F. That leap down to the sixth scale degree, resolving up to the scale 1 degree, which would be your tonic note, is just, I don't know, it's a beautiful resolve. La to do. I just love it.
Easier said than done, trying to be the one.
Now notice, when we got that melodic line, we didn't get it anywhere else within the song. After that melodic line kind of disappeared, and then we navigated to new places, which I thought was a lovely idea considering the lyricism and the message within the song. Really convincing yourself or telling yourself that you're worth it. So you start maybe at one place where you have a lot of self-doubt, right? And the idea is to grow from that self-doubt to get to this new place where you actually believe when you're telling yourself that you're worth it. No sense really in revisiting that same melodic line that was kind of nurtured around this idea of were you really in a space where you were believing that you were worth it. So I liked that symbolism there. Was that part of the songwriting? I don't know, but that's what I took from it. Then I loved how it progressed, and we got some rhythmic variation. I believe I heard triplets, which was nice because you still heard the strong beat 1.
Out, and oh, I know you feel it. That automatic, a shiver in your spine.
Then you get this last section where she's saying a lot of the same thing. We've all got that feeling. I can see you hurting. You think you don't deserve it. You think you don't deserve it. You are worth it. And she just kind of repeats this self, which may be necessary for people to do in order to get to a state of mind where they can actually believe something. I love how it was her just doing her own thing around these repeated words. There was quite a bit of ad-libbing, which was nice. She was still dipping down to that F, but it wasn't part of like the melodic line. She was just using it as an embellishment within the phrasing, which was just a nice touch. So very, very well written. I absolutely love this song. I'm going to download it because it's such a good vibe. And I think that's what we can use a little bit more of. If you liked all that you saw, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Comment down below if you've listened to her entire album and what you think of it. Lastly, make sure you check out the description box for ways you can keep in touch with me, get access to exclusive perks, and or take an artistic development lesson with me. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!